Check it out.
Welcome to Our Takes and Smoke Breaks, the podcast where we dive into the top trending movies of the moment and make our best guess at what they're all about. Today we're going to make some predictions on Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
All right, guys. This is the newest part of, what is it, Phase 4 right now, right? Phase 4? Phase 5?
I don't even know anymore.
Phase 7? This
Don't
is,
care.
I'm pretty sure it's Phase 4. I'm pretty sure it's
Phase
Phase 4. But the newest movie in Marvel, we're going to watch it soon here, but first we're going to talk about it, right? What? Does Ant-Man... I don't really know anything about the comics, to be honest. Like, all I know really is the movies. So, did you guys read the comics at all?
No, not really.
Did you read any of the comics, T?
None.
Yeah, so I really don't know. Did you watch Kang the Conqueror, like, in any of the, like, fucking TV shows that I don't remember seeing Kang the Conqueror either. Like, and that makes me feel kind of sad. You know what I'm saying? But T, can you tell us where he like originally? I think he was like somebody's fucking son, or like not son, like descendant, like one of the heroes' descendants from like back in the day, and he ends up like coming up with some way like in the multiverse. Did you guys watch Loki?
Nope.
Yeah.
You didn't watch Loki, Jeffrey?
No.
Oh,
Most of
wow.
the
That
TV
was a
shows I
good
didn't
one.
watch.
Yeah, that one was one. Yeah, that was one of the few ones that I. Well, I did start off watching the newer shows after, what was it, Endgame, I guess. But I stopped. Like, I haven't seen like She-Hulk. I didn't even finish Moon Knight. Like any of those, I haven't kept up with.
I finished Moon Knight. Moon Knight was pretty good. I liked. I mean, no, yeah, I liked Moon Knight. Fucking. I didn't finish watching the Winter Soldier
Oh, yeah, I watched that.
and Falcon. I didn't finish watching that one, but I watched Loki. That one was pretty
Yeah,
good.
Loki was really good. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I do want to see this movie too, because I did see him, and well, Kang does. Well, spoiler, Jeffrey comes out of the Loki show.
Yeah.
Well, spoiler.
But yeah, he comes out in the end as he's one of the variants of what was his name? Fucking He Who Remains. At the end.
Voldemort?
No, He Who Remains. That's a totally different franchise, Jeffrey. That's He Who Must Not Be Named. Okay.
Oh, weird.
He's the last. He's the one that outlasts all of the other variants and blah blah blah. And but
Yeah,
Kang-
wait, isn't that what it is? Like he's like the reason why they they don't let like people cross multiverses is because like of him, right?
Yeah,
Like he every time he does it, like he just like conquer, right? Like he just like takes it over, like it's too much for all of them or whatever, I guess.
Yeah. So what happened was in the show, all of the different variants had a war, and fucking the last one was of that variant was He Who Remains. So like at the end of the thing, they were like, okay, do we want to become gods, or do we believe that if we kill this guy that made the time police and like did all this shit like in the Loki show, should we kill him and take all of his shit, or should we not and like let him live or whatever and see what happens? But they end up killing him at the end.
But he wants that too, right?
Yeah, he wanted them to kill him because he didn't know. He finally got to a point where he didn't know what was going to happen anymore. So he was already at that point where he couldn't see like his future at any of the time.
Oh yeah, because supposedly he was the one like basically writing it, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Kind of like while it was going on, like he was Oh, I
Yeah,
never watched that show.
yeah. I never watched that part. Also, I could be talking
Even
about my
just the
ass,
last
too.
episode, yeah. But I feel
yeah,
like
it's that last episode. But anyways, Loki and Lady Loki end up fighting because Loki's like, all right, I don't know, I don't think we should kill this guy and take. But Lady Loki's like, well, if we kill this guy, we're gonna be like the masters of time or whatever. And so they fight, and Loki ends up, I don't know if he kills her or just they end up
somehow he goes in another
No.
like.
Lady Loki ends up killing He Who Remains. So like,
Oh yeah.
so like the timeline, it like splits or it creates a bunch of
Oh
different
yeah,
branches and
variants.
shit. And the variants,
Oh yeah.
like all the different variants like come back or whatever, but in different like timeline. I don't know, in different
Yeah,
universes or
basically he
whatever.
just makes like a super multiverse or whatever.
Of all of these people that he just like killed, they're pretty much back in other forms or whatever. But I don't know how this fucking goes with Ant-Man.
Yeah,
Like,
and
I don't remember the last thing that Ant-Man did really.
well, the whole thing was Wasp's mom was trapped in the quantum realm or something. Isn't that something? Somebody was trapped in there for a long time.
In the last
It's
movie.
the what's his name? The not doctor or scientist dude.
Hank Pym, the original Ant-Man.
Yeah, that fool. Yeah, his wife was stuck in there, and I think in the second movie they actually get her out.
Yeah, they get her out.
But then now, or at least I think the only thing I really know about it is the trailer. Is like, well, they go back, right? But it's weird because, well, I guess Kang's down there, but that's kind of weird.
Like, where do you think they're gonna go with fucking Ant-Man? Did you watch? We watched Thor, so nothing really. They didn't really say anything about what's happening in Thor. They didn't really say anything about what's happening.
Yeah, it was like its own thing, right? Like
yeah,
it was just
and fucking the Eternals. They didn't really say anything with Moon Knight. The only one that they really did show something was with Loki. I didn't watch WandaVision.
What was it or what? I didn't see Thor.
Well, yeah.
But you could say what was the tie into Loki?
Just connecting Kang the Conqueror, pretty much, like, or Loki introduced Kang the Conqueror to us.
Yeah.
And that's like pretty much the only tie-in that it has to that one. But
yeah,
like, I guess Loki's gonna come out in Ant-Man. Do you think Loki might come out in Ant-Man and the Wasp?
I don't know.
Or I guess you're going to the
so.
quantum realm. Well,
that's why.
We got some pictures. We got some pictures right here. Fucking.
Yeah,
This first picture is Ant-Man, which is played by Paul Rudd. It looks like the Infinity Stone. What is that? Which Infinity Stone was it? The Soul Stone. You know how fucking Gamora and Thanos were like, they talk to each other in there or whatever. It kind of looks like that,
yeah.
like they're in the Soul Stone.
I was gonna say, it looks like the Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other because they're just two Ant-Mans looking at each other like, what the hell?
No, well, I don't know. That's all I see for this one. But
Yeah,
they're
so
just looking at
obviously.
each other.
Well, wait, wasn't it supposed? Oh no, that was Doctor Strange. It was like multiverse of madness or something like that.
Well, I think that also opened up like
yeah.
another, I don't know.
Wait, so what did the quantum? Oh, they time traveled through there, right?
They used
that's what they did. They did some, right?
Yeah, they used the suits or something like that. They used his technology to time travel.
To go to time travel and go back
with the suits.
Yeah. But so does that? Not just getting too scientific. I was gonna say, does that just mean like any universe could visit the quantum realm? Because maybe that's what happened. Like he's running into all these Ant-Mans because they're all going there.
and they kind of just. I wonder how they're gonna introduce Kang the Conqueror. Oh, it was fucking he was Richards. His last name is something. He's something Richards.
Actually, yeah, he's
I forget what his like first name was, but he is
Daniel Richards.
Daniel Richards. He's a descendant.
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel.
What is
That's
it?
right. That's right.
What does it say? Who are his parents?
But
Does it say?
he's in the future. Like he's a future descendant.
No,
like,
yeah.
Of years.
Or does it say like anything descendants of or?
No, he was just a scientist from the 31st century, and he was the first who came in contact with alternate universes and other versions of himself.
I'm pretty sure he was one of the. He was like Reed Richards' like great grandson or something like that. Fucking Mr. Fantastic. What do you see right there, Jeffrey, in that first one where they're just looking at each other? Do you see anything like special in that picture?
No, not really. I feel like we're just running into like it's kind of like it's just going off Doctor Strange. I don't know if you guys saw that one. It's just them running into each other, but I don't think I can't really tell what's going on in that specific clip.
In that picture.
Yeah.
Well, the next one we have right here, it's, I'm guessing that's his daughter, or that might be his daughter, fucking Cassie. And they're in the quantum realm for sure, or do you think they're in that sorcerer? I mean, they have to be in the quantum realm right here, right?
Yeah.
So they're somewhere in the quantum realm, and it's like, it looks like space pirates or something like that. Is that fucking? Is that Jon Snow?
On the left
Where?
On the right.
or the left,
No. No.
right next to Ezio.
Bro, that's not Jon Snow. Right next to Ezio.
Yeah.
Bro, that looks just. I can't see because it's blurry on my phone, but that looks just like Jon Snow, dude. Come on, that's Jon Snow.
I think they.
He has
Type...
he has a sword. Oh, that's Mordo. That's Mordo, and that's Jon Snow. That's the fucking. He's playing. What's his name? He came out. Jon Snow came out of the Eternals.
And Eternals, I know, but
he's playing that knight. Yeah,
Dude,
that's him.
dude,
That's him, bro. That's him.
Dude, I zoomed in. It's not him.
Bro, you can't make out his face. That's him. That's Jon Snow, bro. Look at the hair, dude, and the beard, bro. Come on.
The
That's
hair
Jon.
looks like a wig.
That's Jon Snow. Right next to Mordo.
That's not even Mordo.
It look. Yeah, that's Mordo. What are you talking about? And it looks like he's holding up.
You don't even know Mordo.
Bro, it's him. I bet. But also, I don't know who this circle, like who this lamp guy is.
Yeah, at first I thought it might have been Kang, and he was like hiding his face or something. But this looks like a different person. They look like or go Jeffrey. You do your pick because you don't have as much knowledge of the.
I don't know who that. Yeah, I don't even know who that is. I've never seen a character. No.
That's Jon.
But then you got the Red Guard from Star Wars on the.
Oh yeah, you got the Red Guard.
Yeah, that's why it's weird. It's like there's like a whole bunch of different, like, you know, it looks like the dude in the middle's in charge.
It's like a Red Guard,
like,
but it's a sand
on the
person.
right are also pretty important, and then the next guys in line are the red suited, and then like the low level ranking dudes are at the bottom with the guns.
All right, but it doesn't really.
But they look
show
like
what the movie would be about, though.
They look like they went in there and they weren't supposed to, and it seems like some crazy shit is happening. Like, you know, like
Around
if you look up in the air, yeah, maybe it's just like a whole bunch of times fucking up in there, I guess.
And they're all
but they must be
meeting
like
each
some
other.
protectors of it or something, you know. They look like some type of like order, and it's like, oh, you guys shouldn't be here. What are you doing here? That's Ant-Man and his daughter, who ends up being, what's her name? It starts with a S, I think.
Doesn't she become like the new Ant-Man or whatever?
Yeah, but she has a different name, obviously. She's... Do you know Ant-Man's daughter's super
name?
Let me see if I can find it.
And then so this last picture.
Like I'll give my story on this picture.
Yeah,
okay, go
do
for
it.
it. Go for it.
So I don't know much about King the Conqueror, but I'm assuming he conquered places that has multiple factions, but they're all in like one. So this is just all his different factions in his little army. They gotta kill him.
Well, he conquers worlds. King
Yeah.
the Conqueror, like he just conquers world. That's his shit.
Yeah, and it's very.
That's why they all look different. They're just warriors from the different worlds, but they're essentially trying to use the quantum realm and to get into where they need to get to. And it's Ant-Man. He's gonna stop him.
I don't know. What is she? She's not holding it. I thought she was.
I think her name's Stature. No, I think her hand's just over that dude's head.
Oh, Stature. Oh, well,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Well, this last picture, it just shows King the Conqueror like in his costume.
But there's either a war going on or there's fighting going on or something because there's people on the ground.
Maybe this is just like an intro, like introducing, like you know how they say like, yeah, like oh he takes over worlds and he just that's just a scene of him walking on the ship or
Yeah,
whatever,
like after
right
he
here.
like
yeah, and everybody's
conquered
just
it
like,
or whatever.
Yeah,
like I want to say something, or maybe I read somewhere something about like Doctor Doom too, like he's just like that smart or something. But yeah, I think you're right that he is like some like future descendant, and he had like taken over all this and like, but he knew as soon as they killed him that everything, like all the time, would break off into branches and he would exist in them and he would eventually again like take over, and he wants to see what happens when there's multiple of him to fucking see what they do, I guess, or see who's the best, I guess. I don't know.
Well, yeah, because that was the whole thing, right? Is who's gonna be the best variant of whoever that guy is.
Yeah, because I guess that's kind of what he liked about the Loki, or that's what he was saying, right? Like,
or was he who remains? Was he the first one, or was he just? No,
I think I don't know if he was the first one, but he might have been just the one who conquered it and like realized like all that shit existed, and then he just like controlled it.
Yeah.
But then like how he said at the end, I don't know if he was getting bored of it or something, but you know, he wanted to like start over or whatever. And he was just smart, really. Like he didn't even have I don't even think he has powers. I think he's just smart.
And he knew everything that you were gonna do. Like,
yeah, well, obviously, like just like, well, yeah, I mean, it's like super hyper intelligent, not just like. I mean, obviously, if you're gonna conquer something, you have to be like ridiculously smart.
Yeah. But I mean, overall, I have no idea where they're gonna be going with this, because they're kind of introducing like a bunch of like, well, Secret Invade. Do you know which one's gonna come out first? Secret Wars or
I don't know. I don't know, like the timeline of the movies, like Marvel movies. Like Marvels is supposed to come out too, and then Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, cause I know they're kind of going all over with it. I don't know how they're tying these like movies in.
Yeah,
I feel
a lot of them were like
tied together.
Yeah, that's what like not kind of lost me. Like at least WandaVision, like it was like a cool like story, and it kind of like hinted at something. And plus, like, well, obviously she was the one who was like causing shit in Doctor Strange things, so that one kind of tied in there. but they never really tied in like Loki into that one, and then like Captain America and Winter Soldier, or Captain Falcon Winter Soldier. That one was like didn't really tie in to any at all.
Yeah.
Like you kind of learned a little bit, but it wasn't much. And then Eternals introduced like a whole different like thing.
Did you watch Miss Marvel?
No, the show, no.
Oh. Yeah. I don't watch it.
Yeah, or She-Hulk either. So I like have no. I did see Hawkeye, but that one again, that didn't really have anything to do. It was just like a pass me down here, your new Hawkeye girl or Hawkeye. I don't even know her name, but like, but it wasn't anything. There was no real tie-in, or what's his name? I think Kingpin was his name. Like,
What do you think about that last picture, Jeff?
Which the
The one where
I mean,
like,
yeah.
hanging?
Yeah, I would probably agree with what you said that you can see the red guard there, so I don't know if that's him already like taking over this planet, or he's about to, and he's gonna like enslave them. But it looks like they're all running, so
yeah, it looks weird. It's like somewhere there. Well, and then the thing on the left looks like it probably just crashed or something crashed there. Like,
yeah, he's just conquering the planet. This is probably one of the
yeah, it's just like a war, right, or some battle happening.
yeah. This does not look like it's in the quantum realm.
Yeah.
Looks like it's in space somewhere.
No, for sure, definitely not.
Yeah, but it's
I mean,
it's super weird because, well, I mean, I did see the trailer, but and in there it says, or like he's trying to sell Ant-Man, like he's trying to give him back time, or like to grow up with his daughter, because obviously he did he disappear for, or one of them disappeared for whatever, however many years, and
no, he did.
so it's like lost time.
He wasn't in the blip, but he was stuck in.
Oh,
the
he was in
quantum
the
realm.
quantum realm. Yeah, see, that's, I forgot. Yeah, there you go. So like he's trying to get, so I guess he wants his help to get something, but
Yeah.
then obviously like he's just pawn in Kang's scheme.
Wait, does he still have his time travel like suit?
I don't know, but they somehow
they
they
don't.
all, yeah, I
No,
think they
yeah.
all go, or at least like
in the second
well,
one,
his daughter's in it.
either in the end credit scene or in one of the end credit scenes of the movies, they're like they're testing something out, like one of the suits out, or they're testing the suits out or whatever, and they all
to try to like go back in there, huh?
I don't know, to try to go back in there, but somehow they all get sucked back. They all get sucked in at the same time.
Oh yeah.
And it just shows that they all get sucked in at the same time and shit.
Well, does that mean like that since they went back in, that it's gonna time jump when they eventually get back?
I mean, who
They can do
knows?
whatever
Maybe.
the fuck they want when it comes to multiple universes and shit. Oh,
Yeah, that's
this whole
why,
time this was a whole different universe. Now we're gonna go back to the real universe. Like,
Yeah, or
bruh,
some other.
they can.
Mm.
They open this door. They don't have to close it anytime they want.
I'm curious to see though.
Yeah. Well, what do you think it's gonna introduce? If you had to guess, what do you think it's gonna introduce? Like, because
I mean,
it has to.
The thing is with like Thanos and everything, like before, I didn't read the comics, but I knew of the comics, or even in the TV shows, like, he was a bad that was mentioned, and you already knew, like, okay, well, he wanted the Infinity Stones, he needed the stones, and that's what he wanted. So it was easy to be like, oh yeah, well, he needs that stone, oh, he needs that one, now he's gonna go after that one. But now with Kang, it's just like, I don't even know, like, how they're gonna reach him, or attack, or like what he's gonna do, what his strategy. Obviously, like in this movie, I just think he needs Ant-Man to do something for him. I don't know why. I guess maybe it just has to be in the quantum realm or something, that he needs him to get it for him. But I feel like he's just using him because he's so smart. But I don't know the grand scheme of it, like how they're gonna all tie in together and
You know what
fight him.
I think?
Mm.
You know what I think? So Kang the Conqueror is a time traveling conqueror, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you watch like the Ant-Man and how they go into the quantum realm, it's like based off of like string theory and all those theories which are based off of like time travel and stuff. They relate to time travel in some way or another and different universes. So he's gonna use Ant-Man and his theories, whatever, like you were saying, to time travel to different universes and other places where he couldn't possibly go before, so that you can conquer them as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trying to get to the universes that he can't reach or whatever.
Yeah, like all the places that he can't reach, because basically what Ant-Man did when he went into the quantum realm is like he allowed time travel to be open, and he kind of opened like all the multiverses and whatever.
I feel like they're gonna somewhat close down this the quantum realm. I think they're gonna get away from this, is what I'm thinking. Like you can probably go in it, but they're gonna make it really hard for you to get out, or of some sort. So I think past this, probably we're not gonna see any more time travel.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's what it is. Like, now that you're saying that, maybe that's what it is. Like, since he saw that they got Thanos with time travel, like they used it against him, like maybe or at least going into the quantum realm to use time travel. Like obviously he's still gonna find a way to time travel, but just so nobody else can.
Yeah.
Or maybe he like destroys it or somehow stops them from being able to go in, or like how Jeffrey said, it just has a bunch of people down there to, if you go in, you're not coming out, or it's gonna be really, really hard for you to come out. That makes sense.
That does make sense. That makes more sense.
But I'm hoping they fucking introduce the X-Men at least, dude. At least the next freaking X-Men. Who knows?
I mean,
Freaking
honestly, they haven't
Deadpool
really introduced like mutants. I mean, not at least like to the extent, right? Like most of them, most of the people they're like.
Who was supposed to be the mutant? Like the last mutant that fucking. There was the first. Oh, it was Miss Marvel. She was the first mutant that was introduced in.
Oh yeah. Technically, yeah.
In the MCU.
Yeah, because she's an inhuman technically, which is basically a mutant.
Yeah. Yeah. But I guess that they did that. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they, like I said, they still have all the things to make it good, or like get. Even like the multiverse, the thing is, it hasn't really lived up to it. Like it all sounded super cool, but nothing really super cool has happened yet.
Yeah.
Like I guess, well, you guys saw Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that was supposed to be kind of, because I mean they did show like obviously all those other like Fantastic Four, or what's his name, Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And all them, but like it was just like so brief too, and it was nothing like she just whomped on them.
Womp.
Yeah,
it was straight.
Black Bolt
ponage.
was funny. That was funny though.
Oh yeah, that was like, oh shit.
What an idiot.
I seen the theories about how like he can't break his, like he couldn't do that because
like it wouldn't have
broken because he can't penetrate his own skin or whatever. You know what I mean? So like instead of like it coming out through his head, it couldn't penetrate it. So no matter, it just like it was like a big bomb or whatever. That's why his head. That's why his head didn't explode and shit.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh okay. That's
like it didn't
smart.
crack open.
Okay. Yeah, or like it like fucking.
Yeah, like oh yeah, super. That's crazy.
But you know what? It's time for a smoke break.
Good call.
All right. Marvel villains. Who's your favorite Marvel villain? Ivan.
All right. I think I'm gonna have to go with Apocalypse.
The big blue
Apo-
guy.
Yes, Apocalypse. Apocalypse from X-Men. He's basically the big bad in X-Men, like their main threat. And they still, I don't even think, they can't say they beat him or like, they just like trap him. They put him away for a long time with little spells or throw him somewhere. But they still don't know if he can be like killed, I think.
What's
But
his deal? Like, why?
His story, because he's basically the first mutant ever. He was like born in Egypt, I think, and just he's been he's somehow survived all those years, and just I don't even know what his power is. He basically could like mutate his like body into like different weapons. He doesn't really take damage.
He can absorb. Alright, T, you want to look up the fucking powers that Apocalypse has, please?
He has telekinesis, which borders on matter manipulation.
So he can. So his main power is he can move things with his mind.
Yeah.
It says he's able to pull dust-like particles from matter that he could turn into various objects. He can also disintegrate objects into said particles. He can levitate objects of immense size. He can also change size himself too, like.
And then he's also got superhuman abilities, flight. He's a genius basically. He has biomolecular alteration. He's immortal, and he's invulnerable.
Yeah. So see, he's like
What's
every
his
time.
Like, why does he want to? What does he want to do? I don't know what Apocalypse wants to do.
He wants to. I think he just wants to get rid of humans. But he also wants to rule the mutants. But he let me see. Because he sees himself as higher than any other mutant.
He feels like the mutants should. He's kind of like Magneto. How Magneto feels like the mutants should rule. Like he thinks that there should be no humans, that it should only be mutants, and that he should rule over them, something like that. So he's just trying to get rid of like the human race, pretty much.
Yeah, he wants to ensure that the strong survive, and he wants to have
he's
supremacy.
Yeah, that's what it is. His whole thing is like he just wants the strongest to survive, like so the world can like adapt or like move forward. And it's funny too because like they I forgot in the cartoon one of the best lines. This is why still I think he's beast, because he was always spitting bars at him whenever they were trying to fight him. Like they were just Cyclops over here beaming at him. You see freaking people trying to come up and scratch him, and they're just bouncing off him. Like they don't do nothing, and he's just telling them like, oh, you have no idea, blah, blah, like, and then one time, so they're telling him like, oh, you're a mutant, like you're just a mutant or something. He's like, I'm to mutants what mutants are to you. Like that he's like one step ahead of them, like you think that mutants are like all powerful, like something. Like no, I'm more above that. Like so that's his whole thing. And then I don't even know what, like there's like his whole story, because he tries to get like 4 horsemen.
Yeah.
Like from different, in the cartoon anyways, he has his 4 horsemen.
Yeah,
that he tries to turn them in order to launch his thing. But that's my villain. But I know, he's beast though. Like they need to first come out with a good X-Men and then somehow get to him.
Yeah, because
in the whole Marvel universe,
Mr. Sinister was his like puppet and shit, and like he would like worship Apocalypse and shit, and he would just.
That was sick too.
Mr. Sinister, he was just like pretty much like a billionaire too, right?
Oh, he was crazy because he was obsessed with
Like
he was
the rich
obsessed
dude.
with Jean and Cyclops. I think he wanted their baby or something because like that baby was gonna be like super like strong
Mm,
because they were like both beastal.
they were both Omega mutants.
Yeah, whatever. You know, they're top notch.
Top notch. They're top notch. What about you, Jeffrey? What's your favorite villain?
Mm, definitely the Rhino from Spider-Man.
What?
No, just kidding. I think it would be a Spider-Man villain though. I think Green Goblin. He just, I know he's not like the strongest, but I get a lot of evil out of him. He just means business. He's just
Yeah,
Mhm.
malicious and
He just whatever he can do and get for himself, that's what he's gonna do no matter what. Like,
yeah.
and he's just pure like evil.
yeah.
Like Willem,
He has
You
no
could
just
see,
cause.
like, yeah,
Willem
just
Dafoe
hate,
plays
like,
him like
yeah, no, yeah, that's
fucking
too, yeah.
good, dude. That
But even in the
shit-
cartoons, he was always like,
yeah,
you
that's
know,
why. But
like his only thing was he just wanted to get Spider-Man, you
yeah,
know, like
that's-
that.
that's
You know,
it,
like,
like,
it
whatever
didn't
it
have to, yeah, it
takes.
didn't even, you know, don't even know what super happened, but you know, he just hated him, and that was who he wanted.
He was like the Joker in Batman. That was the
Yeah.
fucking like my favorite villain is probably like Venom, just because he looks
Yeah.
like badass and he was like, for like however they portrayed him in the cartoons, like that's my favorite like portrait
Yeah.
of it. So like, he's just badass, but Batman and Joker is like Green Goblin and Spider-Man for sure. Like just
Yeah.
to like, oof. And then the thing is that the Green Goblin is his dad or his best friend's dad and shit. Like
Oh,
his
yeah,
like
that's just
childhood
crazy.
friends,
Yeah,
like
I'm
best
sorry.
friends, like dad, and they're just two super smart people.
Yeah.
And he's like in the middle, not knowing and shit. And yeah, that was a good villain for sure.
Mhm.
Fucking, I'm sure there's like,
So yours is Venom?
yeah, Venom, just because he looked badass and he had like the Spider-Man powers, and he instead of he would like shoot out through his fists,
Yeah.
like through the top of his hands, instead of like doing like the whole Spider-Man like motion and shit. I always thought that was like.
Is there a reason
what?
why he has Spider-Man's power? Why does he shoot webs?
His whole thing. Well, I think it was his hatred for Spider-Man,
Oh, okay.
because he tried to frame Spider-Man, and he ended up like Peter Parker ended up getting the symbiote and putting the he got the symbiote, and he turned into like this big shot fucking. Tobey Maguire didn't do that justice. I'm sorry. So, he did great in the first
What
two
do you
movies,
mean?
dude.
It was beast, huh?
Best memes.
It contributed to society for sure, though. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, pretty much, he framed him, so he had to get him back to clear his name, and he cleared his name. But fucking Brock was like, what's his name? Eddie Brock. Eddie Brock was like excommunicated from everywhere, and he ended up he was in the right place at the right time, trying to look for Spider-Man and shit, and following Peter Parker. And this fool, Peter Parker, whenever he took out the symbiote, Eddie Brock just happened to be there, and they like latched onto him or whatever. Pretty much in every one, that's how they did it, you know. Well, except for the Venom movie, I guess. But that's a different universe also, so I don't know.
Don't give it a pass.
I don't know. But that was a good movie too. But yeah, just.
What about yours, T?
Favorite would probably be. It's between Carnage and Ultron.
Oh, Ultron's a good
Ultra,
one.
like, I didn't
Ultron
know.
was spitting bars too when he was talking to
Yeah.
I didn't know him in the cartoon. I mean, in the like before the movie, but
Yeah, I
it was
didn't really
pretty
know
sick.
about him either, but yeah, because
No,
he was all
he's a
just
good
smart.
he's a good supervillain.
Why do you like him?
He's just like he just has no sense of feelings because he's a robot. So everything he does, he just does based off of what he thinks is right. You know, like he'll just mindlessly kill something and then he'll just act like it's nothing wrong with it. You won't have any remorse for it. Which a lot of the other supervillains they do stuff because they want like revenge or something. Ultron just does it because he sees it as that's what's fit. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he has Tony Stark's arrogance.
Yeah, I guess, but Ultron's like I guess he was off the Mind Stone, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the stone.
Mind
So
Stone, yeah, for sure.
he's like an Infinity Stone himself, you know?
Yeah. They did him dirty, dude. Fucking Vision.
I don't know. He might come back because in the comics he makes a few appearances.
Well, yeah, but Vision is supposed to be like even in the Avengers show, like cartoon and shit. Like Vision was the man. He was.
Yeah, Vision was like the perfected version of Ultron.
Yeah, he was a beast. Like.
But
Yeah.
Ultron, I think in one of the comics it was like it went like he uploaded himself before he got killed for the first time. He uploaded himself to somewhere else, and he fucking somewhere else in the universe he started off over again. And then, I can't remember which comic it was, but it's a pretty good one.
Back to the show.
Yep.
So we watched the movie, everybody. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. We watched it. All of us except for T. T wasn't able to get to it on time, but he'll get it on the next one, though, right, T?
I hope so.
So, all right, Ivan, what did you think of this movie?
Alright. I guess it was good. I guess I liked it for the most part. I don't think it's like up there with like one of my top Marvel, but it was pretty, I guess, interesting. Some parts I feel like it kind of took a while to like actually get to Kang a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like the mom was just not saying anything. Like for like once they were already in there, she still wasn't like, bro, like what? Why won't you just say anything?
Yeah, what was her
No,
thought process with that?
Yeah, and the fact that she didn't even all the whole time that she was back is even weird because it's like, okay, I get maybe not immediately, but after a few, I don't know, months or I don't know, however long it's been, you know, like I mean years. I think she's been back for a while, right? She was back before the jump or before.
Well, it
all
was
that.
before the blip, but she left in the blip, so it's not like she could have like really told anybody a whole lot, right?
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, but overall, it's pretty good. I mean, I don't know how we're gonna go in order, but like the ending I thought was kind of meh, or like just if this guy is supposed to be the big bad, like it was pretty an epic way to go, or you know, like I can see Thanos going down like that, right? Like, I mean, even not like, I mean, not just, well, spoiler alert, obviously, but like the ants, like okay, like whatever with that, but at the end, like just like Ant-Man just whooping his ass, or pretty much, or
yeah, but
whatever.
I feel like we didn't see the actual Kang yet. Like I feel like okay, yeah, he did die, but there's still other variants of Kang the Conqueror, and who knows, maybe he didn't die or whatever. But I mean, it's still, I don't know. I didn't know how I felt about that movie. Not, it was fine. It was alright. It was like, the action. Some of the action was good. You know.
It was entertaining.
It,
you know,
yeah,
right?
it was cool.
Kept
Like,
your interest pretty much most of the film, I guess.
the jokes were really good, but honestly, like, it did nothing. Like, for me, it did nothing for the rest of like what's about to come. Like, I guess more Kangs are about to come, but we already knew that.
Well, I guess.
You know what I mean? So did you watch the ending or not alternate, but this ending scene?
The after credits scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did with the. Well, theirs was multiple, right? How many? 2 or 3? I don't remember. One with all where they show all of them, right? Like all the other variants, basically. Like
that's the one I saw. I only always stay for the first one.
Well, there was a second one, and that one showed Loki and I don't know his name in the show, but Owen Wilson. You know those two fools? They're like from the Loki show, right? You saw the Loki show? Yeah, so it shows them two, like obviously like back in time somewhere, and it's Kang, and he's talking about like inventing like a time machine or something, and then like Owen Wilson's like telling him like, oh, he doesn't look like that scary or anything, you know, like this, and then he's like, Loki's looking at him like all super fucking scared and shit, like, no, he is like,
oh shit, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so it's pretty, so that's how it tied in. But I mean, Kang said it in the movie, or when he was telling Ant-Man that like all the other ones send him down here, and he was the one that was just gonna like, you know, he was gonna stop them, or he was, you know.
Yeah, so
which I kind of believed.
Like the bad guy, or was he the good guy?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What are you thinking, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
So he said he foresaw all that. So is everything that happened in that movie Kang already saw? So all that was supposed to happen already?
I mean, I guess like
it's so weird because like I'm thinking that he's the same one, but no. I don't remember how the Loki show ended.
It pretty much ended like he died. Like Kang died. Like in this one. You know what I mean? Like he got murdered.
I don't think he died.
I mean, he might have gone into like, cause it like, I mean, he was just getting sucked into something, right? Cause they showed like even half his body like through the thing. So like I don't know where. Like maybe I feel like there's probably a possibility that he's alive, but.
But there's like a whole other one, like that's why. Was there a third scene? I only knew about the.
No, I think there's those two. The one where they show like the like 3 main Kangs or something like that, right? And they're like talking amongst them and telling them that they called all of them together.
Yeah, like
because like since they killed that one, they can kill us. Or...
So the beginning was like, okay, it kind of started out how Spider-Man 3 started out, where Ant-Man is already like being recognized by people. You know how like Spider-Man, like, oh, he's all good with everybody now, blah blah blah. So like that was kind of how that one started, and then they kind of just jump into it, right? They jump into like they all end up being in the same place. And then they find out that Cassie, Ant-Man's daughter, is making what did she do? She made a...
He was sending a signal down to the quantum realm. I don't know why.
Yeah, I forgot why she, like...
It's to map it out. She can map it out without
actually... That's right. And she was like... So she did that, and what she was doing was sending a signal down to, I guess, where Kang was. And like the grandma was like, Janet Van Dyne was like, oh shit, like what are you doing? Like you're sitting down,
stop it,
like stop. And then like right when she, I guess,
unplugs it or does
you
something.
See, but was that the first time she had ever turned it on? Because
No.
If she turned, or was that like the first
yeah,
time?
just
like,
all by chance, right?
yeah, like
then at
did
that
she
exact
feel that she
moment.
was right there? You know what I mean? Like,
Or maybe Kang was waiting until the signal stopped. But I mean, that seemed kind of weird.
because
too.
why at that point? Instead of like
Yeah.
in the beginning, like why wouldn't Kang just like bring them down, like no matter what or whatever? But I
Yeah.
mean, and like, how did he know, like, oh, that it's her for
Yeah.
sure? You know what I mean? So I don't know. That was
Yeah.
kind of like,
I also thought it was weird that device was just like a to map it out. It was in the actual portal. For some reason, it turned into a portal
Yeah.
to go into it.
Yeah. So it's, I
oh
mean,
yeah,
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could say it was Kang who did it, but I mean,
I mean, if he had that
if it would've-
technology,
well, I mean, it would have been nice if they showed it, right, or something, right? Like where they like somehow pan to him and he's like somehow shows like what
Did-
he was doing with the ping or something, you know, like he must have. I don't know. They say
Yeah.
he's a genius.
like,
so
this
he must
movie
have figured out
kinda-
some shit.
it kind of went everywhere, dude. Like it was, like, okay, what it had going for it is that it had like the like that FOMO, like you kind of want to know, like, what's the story about? Okay, she was a badass. All right, things happened back in the day. Okay, cool, whatever. And then it was just like it didn't really lead to much, you know.
Mhm.
I felt like the movie didn't really lead to much. Like, yeah, okay, maybe it was just one of his.
Yeah, it was like an
Like,
introduction to Kang, but like
he
it
tried to
took
get
way
out,
too
but he
long to
couldn't.
introduce him.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it was like took way too long. So why? And at the grand scheme of things, like it didn't do anything. But like at the end, he was saying to himself, "He's like, wait, but wasn't he talking about like that? There's more of him coming? Like, did I do a mistake? Like,
yeah." Then it's like, okay, so then all of that.
yeah,
is
so it
for,
was
like,
for not,
nothing?
yeah, for
Like-
not, yeah.
Like,
But yeah,
I feel like there's a lot of that in
Yeah.
this new phase here.
Yeah, again, I just feel like if he was a big bad, it was kind of just like weak. Like, you know, I mean, I get it. Like, okay, it wasn't even like he didn't have his full, I guess, potential or whatever. But I mean, like I said, if he's supposed to be the big, super big bad, if you're losing to Ant-Man and ants and how.
I mean, I saw a video of like Kang Dynasty of like Easter eggs or whatever, and one of the things that it said, like the Kang Dynasty that the movie did, especially in that end credit scene, is show all the different Kangs that were actually like from the comics and shit like that.
Yeah.
So like, I guess they are going in that direction. So maybe check out Kang Dynasty or something, you know.
No, yeah, like they have different ones.
But like, I don't know. How are they gonna put that with Secret Wars? It's still up in the air. You know, like I thought there was gonna be some kind of, like, you know, I don't know, some
Yeah.
kind of like introduction to something. But there really wasn't. It was just like the end of his story, maybe. You know, like
Yeah,
Uh,
or introducing his daughter as a superhero, kind of, but not really. 'Cause she wasn't
Yeah.
really.
But I mean, okay, yeah, an introduction of her. You know, I guess she can. It shows that she's trying to be a hero now. and
Yeah, and like she's smart, I guess, and she.
Also,
Well, obviously, she's like part of the family.
they made fucking MODOK look like
Oh,
look
yeah.
like a bitch, dude.
Well, yeah, but he was pretty funny at least.
Like it was. Yeah, I guess it was funny, but like, I don't know. It was
did he actually kill anything? I don't remember him killing anything.
Not
No.
really.
I
mean, just like-
no, I don't think so.
Just like just pretty much just destroying stuff on the way to try to kill somebody, but never really killed the person he was after, right? It was kind of funny though, like.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
That was good
Yeah, I
comic
like it,
relief,
yeah.
you know. And
Yeah,
that, and
but
that other,
yeah, I
like,
mean, he wasn't like all
what was
as sick
that?
as he could have been.
What was that thing called? Fuck. The pink like gel, fucking alien
Oh yeah, the one with, like the one
bird or
without
something
holes.
like that. Yeah, with no holes, and then it finally gets
Yeah,
it
then
gets,
he
it
got
gets its
holes.
holes. And
Start sucking like they never
I guess
sucked before.
also that he is not from the comics.
Oh, I didn't see
Yeah.
that.
I didn't know that either.
Well, I mean, I get it because it's like they're speaking a different language, so then it's like a way to just not have subtitles.
I
And make up
guess.
fake languages and make up fake languages.
Is this movie based off an actual comic, or did this actually happen in the comics? I don't remember.
I mean, I
Maybe.
doubt it.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think many are going like really off comics. I mean, there's like obviously slight stuff taken because the story of the heroes are.
Well,
That's the
like
thing that I don't really know with Phase 4 either, like as a whole, or is it Phase 4? Is it Phase 5? Whatever it is, like a lot of them, like I don't even see a ton of connection.
like Daredevil, his new costume, like he looks whack. His new costume.
even
like,
seen it.
It looks
Or when was he in
like that white or gray. No, but he came out in like She-Hulk or something like that.
Oh
And,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
they
yeah,
showed
yeah.
like his new costume. It looks whack, dude.
This
and
is
then
a lawyer too, no?
They even said like or Disney or Marvel, whoever said that don't expect Daredevil's like normal story.
Oh yeah.
Like don't like they're pretty much going away
Yeah.
like kind of like okay, yeah, inspired by the comics, but they're
Yeah.
shit. So I don't know.
That's
I
the
don't
thing,
know
too,
where
like,
it's
I just-
going. I don't know like how big, like
Yeah.
how does Blade like even fit into any of this? Like why? Why would Blade
It just-
wanna, you know?
It's just weird. It's just weird how like I feel like they're talking about like all right, all these multiverses or whatever, right? Like with Doctor Strange or whatever, and now they're talking about all the variants, so pretty much multiverse with Ant-Man. But then like all these like all the shows and stuff, they're all from the same or I assume they're all from the same universe, right? Like they're like that's how it's been, right? I mean, they don't really the thing is like they're not interacting with each other, so it's I guess like can't really say, but they're supposed to be, right?
Interacting with each other?
No, I mean not they're supposed to be interacting with each other, but I feel like they're all on the same like Earth, right? Or you know, like timeline and everything. Like She-Hulk and Eternals and even like the original or the low-key, you know, like the our variant low-key, our
Yeah,
variant,
'cause
or, you
I
know,
think
whatever
they-
Earth, what is it? Like 616.
Earth 626? No.
I don't know what it is.
137.
619? 420? I don't know, dude. I mean, all right. How many pickles do you give this shit?
Out of
10 pickles. Always out of 10, baby.
probably right after I watched it, it was probably like at a 7, but now it's probably like at a 6. It's just like I don't really find it as memorable. There's not really much. I don't know.
Just say it.
Big scenes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm gonna give this a good 4 pickles, guys.
Wow.
That's probably a little generous also for me. But it was fine, I guess, you know, but like this late in this phase already and like still nothing. I guess I'm kind of going by that, even by a movie, but on its own, it's kind of like it's whatever, you know. I've seen this before, like I watched this movie before, you know, so yeah, 4. Gotta give it a 4. I love my boy Paul Rudd, but it's whatever.
I'll give it probably. It's better than I expected. I'll give it that. Although I wasn't expecting much. Probably give it a 5.5. Just because I don't know. The problem with all these Marvel movies is they always gotta like do better than the last one, and it's kind of the rut they're in. So they always have to end off in like some big battle scene. Oh, there's a rebellion in this one. Like there doesn't always have to be, but I guess this one kind of makes sense. but I don't know. It was enjoyable, but overall, to the whole phase and arc and all that, I think it just doesn't go anywhere. At least for me, I don't. It's just not. I'm not excited for Marvel movies anymore.
And yeah, like they don't got no meat in them. You know what I mean? Like they.
You know,
give
I
us
used to
something,
like
guys,
we used to watch
something.
them and it'd be like, dang, good movie, and then even the after credit scenes, like, oh damn, like. But
Yeah.
even these, it was like, or you know,
Like,
that's at least how they used to connect them. You know, like that's at least how they
And-
used to put stuff together. Even the hint of like, oh, we're looking into this like superhero, and then it's like, oh shit, it's blah blah blah.
Yeah, and now it's kind of just like rounding either like rounding the character or like wrapping it up. You know what I mean? So
Or-
but just that story. Like it's not really giving a whole lot to the next phase, and that's what everybody wants to see in those movies. What's happening next? What's happening next? Marvel, what's happening
Yeah.
next? Like, come on, guys!
Like
you
bro,
haven't
like if you're
given us
gonna introduce like
anything.
cat, like they should have like show like how he said, like how he was talking about like, oh, which one are you again? Like the one with the hammer or whatever, you know, like how he was saying like, you know, that he's defeated them before or whatever, the Avengers before.
Oh yeah.
It's like show that, like, you know, show like that
Yeah.
he's a bee, you know, like the first thing I see is that he gets fucking just crawled up on by
And
ants, rip his
destroyed.
sick ass suit that's like the futuristic best super suit in the world that makes him the most powerful fucking person ever. And then he just gets whomped on by Ant-Man at the end, still, even after he somehow survives that.
And who's to
It's
stop
a-
these ants from coming to Earth and fucking shit up?
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Like Hank could be like the biggest savior to mankind
Because the
with
ants
these
like him
goddamn
and
ants.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
I think that quote that you just mentioned, Ivan, kind of sums it up. Where he was like, "Who are you?" I think we're in that phase where it's all just the B-listed superheroes, and no one cares about them. No one cares about Ant-Man.
Because we all don't know who the next
Yeah.
like real
Yeah,
big
because they haven't
superhero
even
is.
well, because they haven't
like-
hinted at what they're getting like together. Like, I mean, I guess they're like their introduction to like the new Avengers, but there
Honestly,
has been like
okay,
no
check this
mention
out,
of like
guys.
how they're getting together or when or what.
If the new Avengers is gonna be She-Hulk, this new Daredevil fucking mock-up that they're putting up, like Captain America, like the Falcon, Captain America, like okay, yeah, he's cool, but he's not Captain America for us. You know? For the next
Yeah.
generation, maybe they'll appreciate it more. And then who else do you have? Ant-Man, maybe, or Cassie.
I mean, they're still doing with like, well, I don't know, because they're doing
Spider-Man.
like the Marvels,
like
no?
like Spider-Man. You don't know what Spider-Man's doing right now.
Yeah,
like,
because he
it's
just
like,
wanted to get away from her. You know, he wants to
Yeah,
be
like-
unknown again.
Yeah, like his story's like, oh, super up in the air. Who
Yeah.
the fuck knows where they're going with that? And then who else? What, you're gonna put Morbius in? Are you gonna put Morbius in? Like that's a whole
Wanda
different.
or what?
That's a whole
Vision.
different
or
universe. Yeah, you're putting Vision in, like as Gray
Or
Vision.
like,
Like,
what? Yeah, or something
like,
like that.
come
What's going on here?
on. And Shang-Chi. Okay.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, like the Eternals. Like, where are they? What are they doing?
Yeah, like
And even then, like
where were
they introduced like a whole like Titan or like random shit. Like,
Yeah,
and
and they
nobody even
haven't-
knows what the hell's going on with that.
and they haven't done anything with it. They haven't done anything with it. Doesn't make any sense. Like,
They'll just introduce Harry Styles at the, or
Dude,
who was it? Or,
dude, Guardians of the Galaxy is gonna come up.
oh yeah, it's about to come out. Yeah.
It looks like the exact same thing is gonna happen.
I don't even know what the plot. Like, I don't even know what they're doing.
It's
now.
Guardians of the
Or-
Galaxy 3. It's supposed to like either end or reboot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's either gonna end or it's gonna reboot. But
But
how's it gonna?
Yeah.
You know?
like they haven't even. I mean, they introduced Nova and the Nova Corps in like the first one, but Nova is like technically a part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's not really made an appearance yet. So it's like weird.
Or the what's his Adam Warlock? Huh? That's also his name.
Yeah,
I think?
and Adam Warlock
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
like he's been part of like this Marvel canon for years and years and years, and
Yeah,
he's
and
barely
never-
coming out. Like,
Yeah, I think like finally this one that's
I
what's
feel like-
supposed to be, but
I feel like Marvel's kind of like screwed themselves over by killing off some characters like Iron Man and all them, and then because also Chadwick Boseman died, so Black Panther's gone too. Almost all the original Avengers are gone. It's just like kind of like whatever now.
like they put that Black Panther has a son. If you haven't watched like the last
Oh,
last
yeah.
one, the Black Panther Wakanda Forever, they put yeah, they said that Black Panther he had a son or whatever. So okay, yeah, he'll be the next Black Panther, but
yeah,
how like he looked like he was like
it's gonna take
8,
forever.
9 years old, you know what I'm saying? Like, so how
Yeah.
far are they
By
gonna
then,
jump?
he's gonna be
like,
the third
like, he's
Avenger. By that time,
yeah, like he's gonna be like phase 7 and shit.
Yeah.
They're gonna go, they have to go 11 years or like they have to because they just that they have to
Like T'Challa was like the OG Black Panther with like Storm and all those characters and stuff. And now it's
Yeah.
like he passed away, so they can't really do much about that. But they've killed off so many other characters that they're just kind of piecing it together with whatever they have.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get that they had to and stuff too, but still, I just feel like a lot of them just haven't been like that captivating either, you know? Like
you could have easily thrown
even
Deadpool
like
in
way
this
back in the
movie.
day, like I didn't really like Iron Man. Like Robert Downey Jr. like made that fool like sick, you know? Like
Yeah.
he like made that
Yeah,
role sick. you know?
Iron
like,
Man-
I don't like Iron
As a-
Thor. I mean,
yeah.
I still don't really like Thor, but I mean that fool played him sick. You
No,
know?
as a kid, Iron Man was this this like super smart like guy, kind of wannabe Batman that Spider-Man was still better than. You know, yeah, you know what I mean.
Nobody like growing up, nobody liked Iron Man more than like even like Wolverine. Like
People
the
liked
X-Men
War
were, like,
Machine more
Yeah,
than Iron
people
Man
like- yeah,
because he looked badass. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, because he just looked cooler.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and the Incredible. I mean, everybody loves the Incredible Hulk, and then you're
Yeah.
making the Incredible Hulk look like a bitch.
Yeah,
You're
that,
making the
that's been
Incredible Hulk
also
look like
been
a
so.
little bitch. And She-Hulk, like, okay, yeah, She-Hulk is its own thing, but She-Hulk is supposed to be a side character to Incredible. Like, okay, cool, whatever. But I'm not saying like because it's She-Hulk, but we want to see the Incredible Hulk. That's who we want to see. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see an Incredible Hulk show with She-Hulk in it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
not
that probably,
like.
or it would have been a better like introduction type of thing too. But
I haven't watched the full show, so like I don't want to give it any hate. You know what I mean? Like, but I watched the first couple episodes and they were trash, so that's why I didn't watch the rest of the show. But I mean, it's
yeah, I haven't watched it
I
just
don't-
because a lot of
I
them
don't
don't
like-
really.
how Marvel's going.
And they got like that's why I haven't really watched them because to me they got like less interesting. Like WandaVision, it actually started out pretty slow, but once the story actually got going, like all right, cool. And then Loki was cool, but then like Winter
Loki was a
Soldier
great
Falcon was
show,
like
man.
yeah, but then like Winter Soldier was like bleh, and then everything after like Moon Knight, I heard it was
Moon
good,
Knight
but
was
it's also
good.
really slow, you know, like
Yeah.
it's like
The
It's
problem,
like so
the problem
much-
with the Moon Knight show is that it's like it keeps you like on a cliffhanger like the whole show,
yeah,
and it's kind of like,
just like
like,
just
it
tell
was-
me,
it's
just tell me.
cool, you know what I mean? But just tell me, yeah, just
Yeah.
tell me, like, it's
like
cool,
we're
it's cool, it's
introducing the
cool.
character, bro. Like
Yeah.
just
Oscar Isaac did a good job and shit.
no,
you know,
yeah,
as
like he was
the-
acting, like he was
yeah,
like his ass off, you
like
know.
as a different like people or whatever. So that was it was good, but I mean, yeah, like it was super like cliffhanger, super like, okay, I still don't know what's going on. Okay, I still don't know what's going on. Like super cool. That was cool. All right, sick. Like I saw that he fucked him up, but show me. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like show me how.
Yeah, just tell us
Yeah.
if you don't want him to know shit.
just show us, like, but yeah.
We're still gonna keep watching.
We're still gonna keep watching, dude. We're still gonna keep watching because superheroes
goes.
like have lived in us since we were freaking kids and shit. You know, like that was our shit, like superheroes. And you would like when we found out that there was gonna be an X-Men movie. What? And a Spider-Man movie. What? That's like our dreams come true and shit, dude. Like, because they didn't do that back then.
Yeah.
Like, they did like these TV movies, but they didn't.
Yeah,
do,
dude. Like even I think like
like
Marvel,
these
like their
movies.
or you know, I think they had said that Sony or whoever had done like the first like Spider-Man or whatever, they had offered them like other superhero movies or like a whole bunch of superhero movies, but they just wanted Spider-Man because they said like none of the other superheroes are popular.
Yeah. And they got Blade.
They
There-
got Blade.
like,
Blade was sick,
like, there you go. Blade was Oh well, I guess Blade is the one that really started them all, right?
Yeah, but I bet people didn't even know Blade was a comic, or you know, they probably just thought it was like
The
a made-up
movie.
movie.
Yeah, shit. Oh, that's a sick movie. Yeah,
yeah,
like Blade.
It's from basic comic. Whoa.
Nah, that's Wesley Snipes, dog.
It's the original character.
He played the shit out of that, dude. You know what? That'd be sick if they brought Wesley Snipes back as like Whistler. You know
Well, I
saying?
mean, hopefully
Like,
with all these
that'd be-
variants, like you might as well
that'd
just show
be-
all of them.
Yeah,
like.
dude, that'd be pretty sick. Oh yeah, that's true. Fucking hey, they're bringing back Michael Keaton and Batman, so they gotta. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, all right, that changed. Shit, Wesley, you're gonna be back too as a fucking variant and shit. Yeah.
Sick.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the
Definitely.
review. Our review on Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and we hope you join us next week on another episode of Our Takes and Smoke Breaks. Have a great one, guys.
Peace.
Peace.
Later.